Hello, hello.
Hello.
I like making you finish it.
Oh, it felt weird on my end.
Because it's a guarantee that you're actually going to say hello and not wait 5 seconds before you go, hi.
Oh. Well.
Hi, James.
Hi.
How are you guys? I hope you're good. I don't know why I always ask questions. And then...
She doesn't care about you, actually.
No. That's not it. Wow. Jamie feels a certain type of way right now.
So I want to talk about some things as our intro, if that's okay.
Okay. I don't
because
know what's happening.
Events.
Okay.
The alien sightings.
Oh! That's much
new.
more interesting than what I was going to talk about.
I mean, do you want to talk about whatever you want?
No, I'll talk about it after.
Is it like laundry or something?
Kind of.
Okay.
But yeah, there's a bunch of UFOs all over the place.
And, okay, I believe it, but also people are saying that it's just a cover-up for the Ohio toxic chemical spill, which is another thing that's an issue. But aliens, and apparently the U.S. has shot down two, but supposedly cannot locate.
As has Canada.
Canada says they could be China's weather balloons. They could be. But China said, what? Those are not ours.
You silly gooses.
Those probably aren't ours, but you should send them back to us so we can check it out.
We'll check them. You don't have to look at them. We'll do it.
What? It's in Chinese? That's crazy.
That's crazy. What an ancient alien language.
But also, yeah, get your tinfoil hats ready.
Oh, mine is always on.
Yeah.
I'm ready for aliens at any point. Yeah.
Got the vest and everything.
I got the vest. I'm full Strangerville. I've got the, alien connector thing in my front yard. I'm ready.
But,
because I'm at the point where I just think, why not?
I mean, I'm ready,
This might as well happen.
They can't really make the world much worse.
Exactly.
Knocking on wood.
So
yeah, I'm excited about it. I feel like I've seen so many videos at this point and pictures.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that I'm excited about it. Because it would still be scary as much as I'm might as well. But I'm intrigued by it.
I'm past the point of caring about whether they're here for good or bad, though.
Yeah.
I'm just excited. Hopefully it's different. Something changes for better or worse, whether we tumble into an apocalypse and everybody dies, or they're here's some technology that cures cancer.
Either or.
Yeah. I'm
flip
fine
a coin.
With either. Is
Why
that
not
healthy?
both? Why can't we have both?
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Yeah.
What were you going to talk about?
I actually have a question for the listeners.
Okay.
And this question, one of my good friends would like me to pose. So, my friends are getting mad at me because, I'll kill you. I, don't drink water ever. And not in a quirky, I barely drink any water.
She's severely dehydrated.
It's a health problem. And I physically don't do anything about it. So I would like to know if anyone has any advice on how to actually drink water. Because I don't like the flavored waters. It's not that I don't like the taste of water. It's just that I have no desire to drink it.
What about sparkling water?
I hate sparkling water.
Why?
It's spicy.
But you like carbonated drinks.
Yeah, but I don't like sparkling water.
But it's just soda.
It's all
without the sugar.
Without exactly. Why would I want that? If I'm gonna drink something, no. I repeat, why would I want that?
What about making homemade iced tea?
Well, that's what Natasha has been doing, who you heard in... What episode would it have been? that Natasha made her appearance.
She was in an episode?
She was.
She was handing stuff?
Yeah, she was handing me something. Our Christmas special, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, yes. Because she was handing me
idea.
Something. Yeah. So Natasha is making me iced teas.
Good.
But other than that, if anyone has any tips on hydration, because it's to the point where, like, it's probably a problem.
Yeah, it's been years, so. What are you drinking right now?
Don't worry about it.
Was that a Pepsi?
Yes.
There's ice in it, but the issue is you don't let it melt and drink the ice water. You immediately pour it out.
I don't understand why you're attacking me when I'm asking for
You
help.
should just have... Can you do, like, half and half? Can you do... Or, like, a quarter water and then the rest Pepsi?
No, because then it just tastes like watered down Pepsi.
But that's better than dying at the ripe age of 24.
Is it?
I don't know.
Exactly. So shut up, Jamie.
Okay, well, my mommy says our intros are too long, so we should get started.
I'm Kate,
And I'm Jane, and this is Creeps and Coffee.
a show where we talk about the dark parts of the world around us.
Cryptids, conspiracies, things that go bump in the night.
And the crimes behind the scariest creatures of all, humans.
Join us as we take a look at the stories sure to give you the creeps.
Pull up a seat, grab a coffee,
And let's have a chat. Zombies.
We are lucky enough to be in the time of The Last of Us.
And Pedro Pascal.
Yes, don't even get us started, because we've been trying to record this episode for about an hour.
Feral.
And just cannot shut up about him.
We just listened to him read Romeo and Juliet in Spanish. So if that doesn't get you hooked on this episode, I don't know what will.
So we have been
Inspired.
very inspired. We have been actively watching The Last of Us.
Which
I have...
destroys me, by the way.
Oh my god. I don't even want to talk about episode 3 in detail, because thinking about it is going to make me cry again.
Yeah, we won't do any spoilers, but watch it.
No. So the reason we bring this up is because The Last of Us has sparked a lot more of a conversation about zombies in pop culture. Because I feel like, you know, vampires had their time, werewolves had their time.
Twilight.
Don't even
Teen
talk
Wolf,
to me about Twilight.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, exactly. Twilight, Teen Wolf, The Vampire Diaries, stuff like that was really popular as we were growing up. And it's interesting to me that zombies are finally getting their time to shine. We had The Walking Dead, but people didn't really...
I was gonna say, there was definitely ones like The Walking Dead and stuff. But I feel like you weren't big in the zombie scene unless you were, like, obsessed with the show, consistently watching it. And if you weren't really following it at all.
Exactly. And it was a very different experience. Whereas the conversations that The Last of Us have sparked is about more than just zombies, but about like society and how it handles things, and genuine science and how their zombies are created. All that sort of stuff. It's conversations that yeah, we really do. And I didn't quite realize how much we had to say about zombies until we started planning this episode, and then I was like, oh my god.
Well, I had started writing down, like, jot notes, and then I realized that it was many pages long.
She texted
I was like,
me.
This is going to be our longest episode yet, I think.
So I get a text from Jamie. Oh, did you go over the notes yet? Did you see my notes? And I was like, no, not yet. Like, I've been working on my own. Normally what happens is we'll both have about a page and a half, maybe 2 pages of independent research, and then we'll put it all together in a document and sort of go through it.
Yeah.
I opened Jamie's document.
Like, pictures of, like, dinosaurs, and I'm like, theories.
Exactly. I open this document. It is 6 pages of, like, points. Not full just, like,
Talking
points. Yeah. And she goes, it's going to be a fun one. And I was like, boy.
It's going to suck to edit, but it's going to be so good.
Not my problem anymore.
It's true. And I will just say one more thing also about The Walking Dead, because I know they have a strong fan base, and I don't want to offend them. They had their time, but it also started so many years ago that, like, it's different with The Last of Us now.
Absolutely.
They've got people all over TikTok making edits, and everything is all over Reddit and Tumblr. It's all over Tumblr.
God, the thought of Tumblr coming back makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, my friend Tahia is sending me Tumblr posts, like, dissecting each episode, and I'm like, oh my god. This is crazy. It's all over Twitter. And
I can attest it is all over Twitter, but I cannot go back to Tumblr.
I thought it might be a good idea to finally talk about zombies, because I've had it written down that we should do, like, the history of zombies or something for a while.
Remember when we did Hauntings 101? This is Zombies 101.
Ooh, I love it. Zombies 102. We're in a different classroom. Don't be silly.
101 is not the classroom number.
Oh!
I hate you so much.
So...
You know how you take, like, Psych 100 and Psych 101?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like an intro.
This is Zombies 202. We're in second year.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, it's serious now. So, let's just go with the basics if you want, Kate. What is a zombie?
I'm so glad you asked. So, buckle up.
I'm ready to debate you, by the way. Debate you.
You can't actually debate definitions, but I'm ready to...
I'm ready to debate you on other things when you give me the definition.
And I'm ready to fight you because I'll kill you. So if we think about the definition of zombie as we know it, it's broadly defined as an undead corporeal being created through the reanimation of a corpse. Mm-hmm. I've never seen Jamie so just, like, eyes glazed over. Like, yep, those are words.
Can you repeat that? Because I actually didn't listen.
An undead corporeal being created through the reanimation. Corporeal is like a body. So like a humanoid.
Okay.
A humanoid being.
Okay.
Created through the reanimation of a corpse.
Okay.
So
like Evan Peters in season 3 of American Horror Story Coven.
Yes.
Sorry, bringing it back to my roots.
You know what? I think we need to add that to the drinking game. Sure, I say on a soapbox a lot. Finish your drink every time Jamie brings up American Horror Story.
Finish the drink.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Cheers.
So, with that definition being said, in more specific definitions, you could say a corpse that's said to be revived specifically by witchcraft. So if we look at...
I wouldn't agree with that part.
Well, different cultures might disagree with you, Jamie.
Okay. But not all zombies.
No, that's why I said in some definitions.
Oh. Okay.
If you would listen to me for one goddamn minute.
I'm sorry, I had a lot of coffee and it's really hard to pay attention.
I'll kill you. I'm gonna mail you a brick so you can hit yourself in the face with it.
I'm gonna mail you a dead cat.
Do it. It took me a second.
You're sick. You're nasty. How dare you? I would never.
You're the one that said it. Anyway, God. So, if we look back at where the stories of zombies started, I mean, obviously they didn't start as The Last of Us, like fungus zombies. So, if we think way, way, way back, ancient Greeks had fears of the, like, undead, not necessarily coming back as, like, brought back to life through witchcraft or the gods or anything.
They were just
But
scared.
they were scared, and we know this because there's a lot of grave sites, like ancient Greek graves and tombs, that have skeletons that were pinned down by heavy objects, like rocks.
Fair.
And yeah, to stop them, essentially, what we think is to stop them from reanimating. It's the same sense as, like, we see graves from, like, Victorian times that have, like, the vampire cages around them. That's always been a present fear.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
That also... Sorry to...
No, go ahead.
Is it okay to, like...
Yeah, go ahead.
Interject into this? I was going to say that also reminds me of... Is it the Bloody Mary story about the girl with the nails? Or is that a different story?
I think... No, that might be Bloody Mary. I don't remember. I know exactly what you're talking about, but...
Yeah, there's one folk tale, I guess, of a girl who's, like, presumed dead, but I think her heartbeat's just really low, like, because she's sick or something. And so they call her, like, they're like, oh man, she's dead, time of death, here. And then they bury her with a... Is she the one without a bell?
Without, yeah, because that's why they start... Stories like that, the folklore of that is why they started using bells.
So then, yeah, she actually wakes up in the coffin, obviously very much alive, and starts freaking out and tries to claw her way out of the coffin. And then they... I don't know why they bury or redig her up and then find...
I think they were doing an autopsy on the body. I think they were...
But,
like, exhuming the body.
Yeah, then she's got, like, her nails have been ripped off and are stuck in the wood. And then, so, yeah, they started leaving bells there.
Yeah, they used to
dead
tie...
to ring.
Yeah, they used to tie bells, like, to the corpse's hand, so that if they were to wake up, they could ring the bell. Anyway.
And also, if you've ever seen The Nun...
Oh, I hated that so much.
That was scary, yeah.
Anyway.
Sorry,
so that sort of stuff. Interlude is a break. One day.
Not today.
Nope, not today. So, that stuff has always been present.
Yeah.
And I think it's interesting how much of, like, present day fear we can see in ancient cultures. But that's a whole other tangent too. But maybe most prevalently, we see zombies coming from Haitian folklore specifically, and, like, a lot of Caribbean folklore as well. There was a strong connection between the original thought of the creation of a zombie and a zombified human and the voodoo religion.
Woo!
I think voodoo is so interesting.
I love voodoo.
Terrifying, but fascinating.
I did, like, research in university on voodoo and hoodoo. Two separate things, by the way. It's amazing. It's so interesting. And, yeah.
Also, a fantastic song by Nick Jonas.
Voodoo?
Yep.
Continue your point.
Okay. Anyway. So it's not super common anymore. Modern practitioners of voodoo don't necessarily believe in zombification and that sort of thing. But there was a belief for a long time that zombies were created by what was called I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of it, a bokor, if it was a man, or a kaplata, if it was a woman.
Okay.
So it was basically a voodoo practitioner, not like a witch doctor or whatever you want to call it, like just someone who, they were usually, like, hired.
Yeah.
And they served good and evil. So I think that's the interesting thing about voodoo, is that there's, like, the different camps of it. And a bokor was basically a person who had that strong balance. But they were responsible for creating zombies. And wangas, I think is how you say it. They were basically these, like, talismans that would house spirits that were taken from people, like souls and spirits. But bokors would use this neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin, which is a neurotoxin that's super, super deadly, that's found in pufferfish.
Yep. A couple other things too, but
yeah, but mainly pufferfish.
yeah.
That's why, like, if you order, like, I think it's like pufferfish nigiri, you have to make sure it's made in a super, super specific way, so all of that neurotoxin is gone, because it will kill you.
Yeah, it's called fugu. Fugu.
Sure. I don't know. You can order it in The Sims, I know that.
I just saw that too. I was like, oh yeah.
But basically what it would do is it would subdue the target, whoever this Bokor was focused on turning into a zombie. It would subdue them and allow them to go through the zombification process in the voodoo realm. So this tetrodotoxin would basically, what it does essentially is it puts humans into a zombie-like state where you're sort of like, your heartbeat lowers, your breath slows down, you're like not fully paralyzed, but you might as well be.
Difficulty walking, confusion.
Yeah, you can't walk, you're in a lot of pain, so you can't think, you can't speak. You're being poisoned.
Issues.
Yeah, you're being poisoned from the inside, so not great.
Cool.
So there's this great blog that I was reading
also
through.
Coma.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah, you can go
depending on, yeah. So there's this blog that I was reading that I was super, super interested in. It's a guy named Nathan Klein. He has a whole blog on the voodoo religion, and specifically Haitian voodoo, and how their processes go about. So he did a lot of interviews with people in Haitian cultures and practicing voodoo to learn the actual sort of ins and outs of what they're practicing. So he had this blog post called Zombie in Haiti. And it basically went through what the zombification process looked like after a victim was given tetrodotoxin. So basically step one is, I'm just going to call them the zombie.
Okay.
The zombie is taken to a hospital and declared dead by a doctor.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. They have to make sure that they are dead, or at least seem very, very dead. So that's what the tetrodotoxin is going to do, right? That's what Jamie was just talking about. With the, like, coma state that Jamie was just talking about, where they're going to appear as if there is absolutely nothing that's going on. Then that body is going to be buried very quickly after death. That is more of a Haitian thing and less of a voodoo thing, because everything is so warm and like, humid is the word I was looking for.
Yeah, you don't want the body to...
Yeah, you don't want a body left out because it's going to decay and it's going to get gross.
Yeah.
Because if you leave a dead body in the heat, it's not going to be nice for anybody. So then within 8 hours of the burial, the Bokor will dig up the body. Otherwise, they think that this zombie will suffocate as if it's been buried alive. So basically, well, exactly. But according to the doctor, they're legally dead. So the Bokor is going to conduct a voodoo rite, basically, in layman's terms, to capture the zombie's soul and separate this victim into two separate parts. So the soul part, they call the spirit zombie, where they're taking essentially the essence of life out of this, and he'll put it in a little jar, and he'll... No.
Sorry, I just thought of a cute little, like, ghost in a jar. Okay.
Significantly worse than that. He will steal their soul.
Oh.
Put it in a jar. No.
Oh, okay.
And hide it, and he's the only person that knows where it is. So even if their family comes to find, like, doesn't matter. He's the only one that knows.
Oh.
So they've got the spirit zombie versus the zombie cadaver, which is the zombie of the flesh, like the physical body. Obviously without without the memories, without the personality, just a body, just a hunk of meat. Just the way I like my men. So this process can take a while because, I mean, the human soul is a complex thing. So after a few days, usually, the Bokor will give the zombie cadaver a mixture called, and I don't know why it's called this, I looked it up for a while, but it's called the zombie's cucumber.
Excuse me?
I don't know. But it's basically
Don't look that up on Pornhub.
Too late.
Oh!
It's basically this mixture that revives the body. It brings it back to a level where it can physically move and physically, like, comprehend things, that sort of thing. It can't speak. It has no memories from its past life because its soul is gone. It has no personality. It's just like the shell of a person. And they want them like that because they are perfect in that sense for slave labor.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially what the zombie is going to do then is it'll work as a slave under the control of the Bokor until either A, the Bokor dies and no longer has that power. So when that happens, the spirit is released from the little... the cute little ghost in a jar, as Jamie said.
I'm sorry,
and
I
it's
didn't
basically it basically like goes back to its place of burial where it's supposed to be, and it will actually die.
Apparently it's also called the devil's cucumber.
The what?
The devil's cucumber.
Yes. Ooh. Don't look that up on Pornhub.
Definitely don't.
That's for sure a point. So it's kind of a peaceful thing if the Bokor dies and the spirit is allowed to just go back and actually die peacefully.
Yeah.
Or B, if it's fed salt, which I think is fascinating. So voodoo has a big... I love salt so much. Voodoo has a big thing about salt, particularly when it comes to zombification, because salt basically undoes what the Bokor has done. So the salt will act as something that sort of soaks things up. So it returns the zombie to their human senses and their personality. They still have the, like, undead aspect of them, because obviously they're undead still. That doesn't change that.
Yeah.
But it turns them and gives them their strength and their power back. So that's usually when the zombie will attack the Bokor for using it as a slave, whatever. And then after it attacks the Bokor, then it'll go and die peacefully. The whole thing will happen. What I thought was interesting from a historical perspective,
oh good,
because it's me, oh good, is a lot of the reason that the story of zombies came to North America is obviously the slave trade was happening. And in the 17th century, when a lot of Haitian people were being brought to America for slave labor, they brought their history and their religions and all of that with them. That was something that couldn't be taken away. No matter how hard they tried, those memories and that oral tradition was there. So the stories were passed down of how they felt like they were being treated like zombies and they were being turned into zombies because they were acting like slaves. But they felt, obviously, that it was more painful because they were turned into zombies while they still had those feelings and still had their personalities, still had their thoughts, all of that stuff. So, allowing that connection was really important for them, which is why voodoo is still such a... I mean, there's lots of reasons why, but it's part of the reason why voodoo is still such a prominent thing in places like New Orleans, where there's those heavily Haitian and Caribbean communities, which I think is just very interesting. All of that being said, the last half hour of me talking, that's where we get are zombies. That's where all of the stuff that we're going to talk about comes from. And I think it's important to have that background information and see where that definition and those different perspectives can be shifted, like where culture shifts things, where imagination shifts things, and where modernity shifts things.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important to have that historical and cultural understanding before you look at what modernity has done with the zombie, I guess, mythology.
May I also add to this, or do you have more to say about it?
No, please. I am so sick of my own voice.
I also want to shout out voodoo and all of the places that it comes from, you know, West Africa, Haiti, the Caribbean, Brazil, and a bunch of other places, like in South America and stuff as well. Shout out to all of them.
You're sick, but in like the cool, like, that's sick. I fucking love it.
Well, people also use voodoo for other things, not just for
100%. You guys ever seen American Horror Story?
Take a shot. But I also wanted to mention the Bokors, because they would also create zombie powders.
Yes.
Did you mention that? Because I know you mentioned the toxin, but...
Yes, but they would use the toxin in the powder.
Yes, I just thought it was fun to tell you, like, what
zombie
else was
powder?
in the zombie powder. And they used herbs and shells, fish, animal parts, and small bones, and other objects. And then they would grind it up and zombie powder. But yeah, can I also mention one specific case of
Please do.
a zombie?
Oh, I forgot. Yes, please do.
Yeah. So in 1997, there was an article in a British medical journal called The Lancet. Is that how you say that? The Lancet? Which actually described 3 different accounts of zombies. And in one case, it was a Haitian woman who seemed dead, so her family buried her in a tomb. She pops up again 3 years later. And they checked the tomb and they're like, what? That's crazy. And her tomb was filled with stones instead. So
Jesus?
Yeah. She really said, you can't kill me. As that one vine said.
You can't kill me.
And yeah, in another case, it was another well-documented case. Was another Haitian man. And his name is, you literally told me how to say it, Clairvius Narcissi, I think. Narcissi. He was put into a hospital for respiratory problems in 1962, and then he slipped in...
The year my mom was born.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
He slipped into a coma and then declared dead.
Oops.
Body was buried shortly after. 18 years later, a man walks up to an Angelina Narcisse and insists that she's his sister. And she's like, hello? No. And doctors and townspeople were able to identify him as Clairvius. That was it? Okay. And apparently he was buried alive, dug up, and then put to work on a distant sugar plantation. Can you imagine thinking your relative is dead for 18 years and then them pulling up and being like, hey, you buried me alive.
I was just thinking, like, if I had a funeral for my brother and 18 years later he walked up to me and was like, Caitlin,
what's up?
Why did you put me in the ground? I don't know what I would do.
But also, like, who are you going to be mad at? Who can you blame?
Exactly. Oh, what I want to know, how did he get out?
I don't know if he dug himself up or if somebody dug him up.
I don't know. I feel like I could rant about that case for a while. Because, like,
Yeah.
if somebody did dig him up, why? Was he
Apparently
yelling?
to be a slave,
Was he?
but how
but
did
like,
they know
but
he was alive?
exactly.
So
So I don't know.
questions.
There's lots of questions that will never be answered because it was 1962. It was not that long ago. I was about to say because it was so long ago.
He might be alive. But yeah, I also
He
wanted
died in
to...
94.
Aw. Not that long ago. Less than 30 years.
Oh my god.
May I also mention some religious zombies?
Please do.
So, I
Jesus.
stumbled upon... listen, don't get too controversial, but kinda. Right? He got resurrected. So, yeah, I stumbled upon a rabbit hole on Google about zombies in the Bible. Technically,
Naturally.
there's none of the brain-eating zombies in the Bible, of course.
Boo.
If you believe
Boring.
in the Bible.
We are talking about mythology.
Yeah, just to clarify, neither of us are religious.
They know.
Okay.
Trust me.
In case we
They know.
develop any new listeners, we're not religious. We don't read the Bible. I don't know
Never.
any of this stuff.
Never have, never will. Religion is
Nope.
my worst category on Jeopardy.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right. On par with geography.
Mine's math.
Yep, it is.
But there are actually references in the Bible. I guess there's multiple.
Does the Book of Mormon
Referring
count?
to reanimation and resurrection, which kind of qualifies as a zombie to me, which is why I asked you to go over the definition at the beginning. So the Book of Ezekiel,
It's a fun
never
name.
heard of that, describes a vision where Ezekiel is dropped in a boneyard and prophesies to the bones. The bones start to shake, get covered in muscle and flesh. Think Hellraiser movie
I was
kind of.
just gonna say.
Literally, that's what I envisioned. I was like, ooh, gross. Until they are reanimated. And yet there was, quote unquote, no breath in them. So you just brought back a zombie.
Ew.
Or a vampire. Like, they're not breathing? Do they, you know?
Ew. Now I'm just thinking about Hellraiser.
Yeah, different rant. Got a lot to say about that, actually. There are also passages in the Old and New Testaments about resurrection of saints and sinners in the end of times, which is why they think so many zombie stories are associated with apocalypses. Because
Well, I mean, they
the
talk about...
resurrection of sinners is supposed to be like doomsday, end of time kind of thing, which I thought was kind of cool.
You know what? I'm just realizing now. You would think that Jamie and I would have conversations like this before we record. We don't.
Uh-huh.
I'm just realizing now how much the, like, second coming and the thought of resurrection is just threats of zombies. Because the whole reason that Catholics and Christians are buried in the first place is so that when Jesus comes back, they can be resurrected as well.
I didn't know that, and I
Yeah.
hate that.
Yeah.
My great-grandfather was religious, and he got cremated, so I don't think he knew that. Nobody informed him.
I learned that in Catholic school. And that's when I was like, burn me. I don't want to come back. What the
I
fuck?
don't think I like it here.
I was like, I don't like that at all.
And the last thing I'll say about religious zombies is that the book of Isaiah states, and I quote, "Thy dead men shall live, together with my dead body shall they arise.
This is what I was just saying.
Awake and sing, ye that dwell in dust, for thy dew as in the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead." I guess that does make sense to what you were just saying. I just didn't connect the dots.
Catholic school. See, I'm not religious. Never read the Bible, but I did go to Catholic school for years. At least it's finally coming in handy.
Yay. Can we debate now?
I would love to.
Is Frankenstein a zombie?
No.
Why?
No, you tell me first, because I want to hear your stupid reasoning before I shut it down.
So, I understand he's not a reanimated corpse.
Which is the definition of zombie.
But he's multiple corpse parts put together and then brought to life.
Uh-huh.
The only thing he's missing is being the dead again. Being dead.
The definition of zombie is the only thing that he's missing.
But it's a bunch of dead bodies put together and then brought to life. So does that not culminate as zombie hand, zombie foot, zombie head equals zombie? Why?
Because that's not how that works. So I want you to think... Okay, well, if you would let me finish my fucking sentence, Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about, let's say you've got a bunch of... Don't come for the analogy that I'm about to make because I don't know how to build things. Let's say you have a bunch of, I don't know, like remote control cars that are broken and haven't worked in years. And you take different pieces of the remote control cars and you build a microwave. Would you still call that a remote control car? Or would you call it a microwave?
Interesting point.
No, answer. Would you call it a remote control car or would you call it a microwave?
I'd say it's a microwave built from remote control cars.
Yeah, so Frankenstein is a monster made out of...
with zombies.
No. A monster made out of human parts. That is not what a zombie is. A zombie is something that existed as a corporeal being, as its own thing, where the soul was removed from the one being.
Then why does he look like a zombie?
He doesn't. Have you seen Frankenstein?
Ashy skin.
He's green.
Like, it's still not a human color.
No, because he's a monster. What are you not getting?
Okay,
here?
but what if Frankenstein, he's brought up, he sits up, he's a monster, you say.
Yes.
What if he dies and then comes back to life? Is he not
then he would be a zombie. Yes.
Okay.
Then.
Question also.
Oh, God.
I see something here online that says
great.
Victor Frankenstein was a brilliant but mentally unstable man. True or false?
Yes. True.
Obsessive, delusional, and relentless. True or false?
True.
He went as far as grave robbing and necromancy to achieve his goals of creating life. Is necromancy not witchcraft that brings things to life?
No.
What is necromancy then?
Frankenstein doesn't use magic. He's a doctor.
That's what it says here.
You're
it says
Googling
he uses
things.
necromancy. So how does he bring it to life then?
Science. He's a very smart but insane doctor who uses scientific advancements to create, like, electric impulses. He waits for lightning to shock life into this beast that he's created. Have you seen Frankenstein?
No.
Yeah, there we go. This is what we've just learned. An argument is won and shut down.
No, I still think...
You don't know anything about Frankenstein.
I also haven't read the book.
So you literally know nothing about Frankenstein. And you're gonna argue. She's Googling. She's gonna cut this out. I know she is. She's gonna try and cut this audio out of me telling you guys that she's Googling things to try and make a rebuttal. But she can't because I'm right.
Shut up. But isn't technically magic isn't magic technically just science that we haven't discovered how it works yet? Yeah.
No. Don't try and get...
I'll get philosophical on you.
No, because it's not philosophy. It's two entirely separate aspects. Because one is magic and one is science. Do I believe in them both? Absolutely. But they are separate entities.
But what...
No. See,
no, but here.
No, what I would like you guys to understand as listeners is that when Jamie's wrong and she knows she's wrong, she goes, okay, but
Listen
what?
to me.
But what exactly what she's doing right now? I know.
You believe in...
I know.
Tarot card readings and such, yes?
Yes.
And how do you explain that? Is that magic or science?
Magic.
And is magic not just something that we haven't been able to explain scientifically yet?
No, because there's no scientific correlation to it, because it's not science.
But is it just not science because
See,
we haven't
she's
figured
literally
it out yet?
like, but what if it's
because
something
people said it was
not?
Earth was flat until they were like, actually, it's not flat. And
Yeah,
here's
but that
the
wasn't...
proof to why.
Yeah, but that wasn't none of that was a magical discovery. That it was or wasn't flat. That was based on science.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
I'm willing to change to my next debate.
Okay. I am not willing to admit that anything you said was correct or that you were right, but I'm willing to fight you on something else.
No, I'll just say we each have our own opinion.
No, I would like you to tell me what's correct.
I'm gonna watch
Yeah.
Frankenstein and read it for the first time, and then I'll get back to you to continue the debate further.
We're never going to hear
Or
from
I'll
again.
admit that I'm wrong.
Okay.
Okay. Vampires. Zombies?
I had a very long discussion with Natasha and Rosie about this.
Because I think they're zombies.
I say they are along the same vein, and they are created in a very similar manner to zombies, but they're not fundamentally the same. Obviously,
Why?
we know this because they're zombies and vampires. We call them different things for a reason.
Yeah.
So think about how zombies... So forget Haitian zombies for a second. Forget the zombies that we were just talking about with voodoo and that sort of thing. I'll come back to that. But think about zombies as we know it in pop culture now, where they're striving for flesh and, like, they're not intelligent. They don't have any sort of independent thought. They're either used as, like, control, like for slavery by a master, or they're just sort of created by happenstance, whether that's fungus, whether that's a virus, whatever the case may be. But they don't have intelligence, they don't have memory, they aren't capable of feeling. They're just driven by hunger, pretty much, and a desire for flesh. They have no limitations. It's not that they can't be out at a certain time of day. It's not that they can't eat a certain thing. It's not that they have to follow by different societal
Debatable.
rules.
The eating a certain thing.
Well, they're not going to sit down and have dinner, but, like...
They could.
They're not. But this is precisely what I'm saying, is that they're not going to, because they don't have the capacity to sit down and have a controlled conversation with someone and, like, a sit-down dinner. Like, they're driven by this carnal desire. And that doesn't give them anything. It doesn't fulfill anything. Like, they're not going to sit back and be like, well, that person was delicious. I'm full. I'm done for the night.
One of their main goals is to make more zombies, whether they know it or not, right?
But they don't know it, is the thing. So, that being said, that's what we think of for zombies. If we look on the vampire side of things, yes, they are also created. I mean, if you think of, like, zombie
Bring
bite...
back something from the dead.
Yes. But it's a different level of thing, if that makes any sense. That was the least intelligent thing I've ever said on this podcast.
If you have a child and you have an adult, they're both humans. They're just different, but they're still humans.
Hold on.
Okay.
So if we think about...
This episode's going to be 3 hours long.
It is. If we think... I had such a long discussion with Natasha and Rosie about this. If we think about vampires, yes, they are created in the same way, but they have the intelligence. They have the limitations of society, and, like, if you think about stereotypically, they have to be invited in somewhere. They, like, can't go out in the daytime because the sunlight burns them. like, there's these rules that they have to abide by. And they have the capability of deciding how to follow the rules. If that's blending into the world, if that's hiding out in, like, a vampire lair, cave, whatever it is. They have the emotional intelligence to understand what they need. I cannot believe how in-depth I'm taking this.
I'm ready to fight you on this also.
I know you are, because you're sitting there and you're not listening to what I'm saying.
No, it's just because I had a eureka moment, so I'm ready.
No, I'm watching you ignore what I'm saying and just think about that eureka moment that you had, because you're like, I'm going to say it, I'm going to say it, I'm going to say it.
I'm hearing you. I'm not listening, but I'm hearing you.
Precisely. Which is how most of our conversations go. But they are more independent. And I think my friend Rosie made a fantastic point in saying that they're not after the carnal nature of it, like zombies are, where they'll go for the flesh and the brains and the whatever. They're going after the blood to feel better in themselves, to feel the essence of life.
Unless you were talking about the Twilight vampires.
But I'm not, because they're not real vampires, and shut the fuck up.
Oh, we're talking about all vampires.
I'm talking about real vampires, not sparkly shits.
Oh, right,
like
the real
Edward
vampires,
Cullen.
as in who?
Dracula. The actual, genuine, historically linked vampires, not the fucking sparkly little shits that fuck werewolves. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah,
That's not what happens, but okay.
I don't care, and I'll never care.
All right, get your point.
Up.
I'm ready to argue.
Go for it. No, don't go for it, because I'm not done talking. So, all that being said, the way that I look at it is not like baby versus adult, still human, but more of like the same genus, but different species. Like both resurrected, but not in the same...
Okay, I can agree with that.
Right? Like, not like, vampires aren't zombified in the sense that their souls are taken. Okay. And their identities are gone. They still have the personality. They're still who they are. And there's actually, Natasha brought up a good point, that there is a lot of theories about how vampires are dark fae, like dark fairies.
Okay. And
not zombies, because they're not zombified.
We can have a whole episode on vampires.
100%. Welcome to next week.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I would say they're not the same, but same genus, different species, where they have a similar origin. But if you look at the evolutionary tree and how things branch off, like this one has a spine, this one, like these two have spines, but this one has a lung. Like, you know what I mean? It's like that, but this one is a vampire and this one's a zombie.
I understand.
Now make your point.
So, for the sake of the argument as well,
yep.
The debate, I'll keep going with it, even though we are sort of in agreement.
I would like to state for the record that the look of defeat on her face when she was like, fuck, we kind of agree.
I thought you were going to say they weren't.
No.
But this is good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I also wanted to add the I Am Legend movie. Have you seen it?
No.
It's got Will Smith.
I knew that.
Well, it's really good. It's a classic.
Sure.
And those zombie-like creatures, they have some of the things that you said zombies were missing. They have families and emotions, and they were willing to fight Will Smith about it because he keeps one of them captive. She can think. They have, they understand his emotions as well. They have a sense of community, and they are not just driven by eating brains or whatever.
Yes, but in the grand scheme, and this is why I said, I'm not considering, the Twilight vampires as vampires. These are one-off, creative-minded cases. Yes, all of this is made up, and somebody came up with it at some point or other.
Yeah.
But the generally understood, if you think of a zombie, you're not immediately like, well, I Am
think
Legend.
of World War Z zombies.
I've also never seen World War Z, so I don't. I've seen Titanic 37 times. Do you think I've had time for zombie
This
films?
is an integral part of my argument, is these movies.
Well, how was I supposed to know?
Because I will also say, in World War Z, yes, they're crazy. This is what I think of when I think of zombies. They're running, they're jumping, they're climbing. But they're also,
singing, they're dancing.
They also
They're
use things such as
jazzercising.
teamwork to climb things. They make a human ladder to climb over giant walls. They also have this sense not to kill humans that are sick already. Spoiler, it came out in 2013.
Because it probably tastes yucky.
Yeah, but they know, like, if someone has terminal cancer, they run by them. They don't try and attack them. So, like...
This is a side note, but can you imagine not knowing that you had terminal cancer and a zombie coming up and, like, sniffing you and then going, nah.
That would probably be scarier than being eaten.
Right?
Like, wait, nobody wants me.
Sure, go ahead.
But that just shows that, like, some zombies have a level of intelligence. And also, if we're talking about, like, Haitian voodoo zombies, technically they have intelligence.
No.
Yeah, they're zombie souls being trapped in a jar.
Yeah, but so the zombie doesn't have intelligence. The soul in the jar does.
The zombie soul.
The zombie spirit.
Yeah.
That is in a... Did you listen to anything that I said?
When?
Oh my god. 40 minutes ago.
But technically they have a brain and thoughts and...
They don't have... That's the whole point, though, is they don't have thoughts. They
were a human, so they had thoughts.
Yes, but they no longer do, which is what makes them a zombie.
I think we need to continue this discussion when you've seen I Am Legend and World War Z.
I'll kill you.
But I don't think there was any winners or losers in this discussion. I just thought it was a nice debate.
I think I'm right.
I know you think you won, but there's no
and
this
is where I would like people...
This is just debates for fun.
And this is why I was never in debate club, because I need to win.
You love to be right, though, so...
Because I always am.
Like most of the time.
Look, I'm gonna say that because you know that I'm joking, and we joke about that all the time. But to our listeners, I'm not really that pretentious. I just have
loves to be right.
I just have a constant need to be right. It's a control thing, and I know that it's a problem. So, like, I'm not saying that as like, oh, I'm right about everything. I'm saying that as like, I need to be right about things.
Yes, it's a problem. I'm just kidding.
It is. So now that you guys have had a solid dose of Jamie and I, we've
established a base.
Yes. You've gotten a very good insight into what our friendship has looked like for about 17 years. We are going to take a bit of a pause because we just shoved a lot of information and opinions down your throat. Yeah. And you probably need a break, and that's fair. And we can recognize that because we need a break from our own voices.
And also, it's our first ever two-parter series.
Is it?
Yeah, we've never had a series on this channel before. We've never done continuation episodes. But yeah, this is us celebrating our first series, or mini-series, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
I was
catch
gonna
us
say
next week, right?
Yeah, so we'll do a sort of a special bonus episode to get into more modern zombies. I promise I'm done with the history side of things. Yeah. We'll talk about The Last of Us. We'll talk about zombies in pop culture a little bit more.
And, like, current event zombie things.
Yeah. So let us know your thoughts on our debate. If you have any information on the history of zombies, if you would like to know more about it, you can send us an email at creepsandcoffee@gmail.com, which will allow me to write you a very long response. Or you can send us a message on Instagram or Twitter at creepsandcoffee. You can help support our caffeine-fueled endeavors and help support the show by going to our Buy Me a Coffee page, which is buymeacoffee.com/creepsandcoffee. We've got our YouTube. We've got our blog that Jamie keeps up. Sometimes.
Not often, I'm sorry.
Sometimes.
I'm not good at writing.
But yeah, we would love to hear your opinions. We are excited for you to join in with us next week. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful night and you don't get bit by any zombies.
And we'll see you then.
And Frankenstein is a monster, not a zombie.
I disagree. Bye.
Bye. Creeps and Coffee is produced and edited by us, Kate and Jane.
Our theme music is Stuck in a Hole by Dated.
For more information on where to find them, check out the link in our show notes. And to connect with us, follow us on Instagram and Twitter @Creeps and Coffee.